Hello and welcome to the Amazing Thursdays, where I'll be playing Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions in just a few minutes. Hello, Pepper. How are you today? I'm doing well myself. Just setting things up. I'll be right back. I feel like I should brush my teeth really quick. I'm back. Before I start, I'd like to go ahead and show off some fan art made by the very talented uh, Pepper Fox. Um, Not that one. That one I already showed off. I'll get that one ready afterwards. My 20th fan art, this fan art, this fan art. Okay, images, yeah. This fan art, there we go. Me and asteroids hanging out, watching the sunset. Or sunrise. Just blowing it up, you know. Um, and then this one. Don't know that. No. Okay. Images, add. There we go. And then spider slots. Arts made by Pepper Fox. Thank you very much, Pepper. I think we'll be waiting for later to do the comic, but very much appreciate the fan art that you make. So, just want to make sure that you know that. Now I think I'm going to go ahead and start the game. Don't know why I need to restart the game. There we go. I noticed from my previous recordings that the game volume seemed a little low, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get that higher. Asteroids is going to be busy today, so they won't be joining us. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to wait till later to do the comic. Testing my voice, seeing how loud that can get. Testing my voice, checking out the audio. I think that would be good. All right. It's fine. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, great. Just great. I figure why not swing by the Triskelion and see if I could get some help from Nick Fury or any of his SHIELD agents. And this is what I find. Either something really big happened here. Nick Fury has terrible taste in decoration. Oh no. No. I've seen this before. This red goop, the bodies drained to husks. There's only one thing that could do this. One thing.
Prisoner 900M has escaped holding. All available security units to prison level.
In the entire history of having bad feelings, the one I'm having right now is the worst.
I saw your message on your Discord channel, which is after I asked you. I saw that after I asked if it was alright. I don't know how I could go ahead.
Lockdown protocols have failed. All units deployed to your assigned stations.
I don't know how I get someone to feel that way, because it's just, you know, I'm just a
Security threat detected in Dock A station.
great dog boy playing video games, so just it's a great compliment to me that you would feel so happy about it.
Threat detected nearby. Please evacuate the area.
Okay, I get it.
Emergency in detention block. Security system failure.
My God, it's a massacre.
Security system reboot initiated.
Well, it's your own Discord, so you go ahead and feel free to message whatever you want.
Security system failure.
Not my you know, the one that has your picture on it. It's your Discord, so. And then of course you can feel free to message what you want in my Discord. Just remember proper channels and the rules. Also, well, yeah, also what we feel comfortable with. But yeah.
Threat detection systems have failed. Initiating reboot of threat detection system.
Try not to. Anybody else? Looks so good.
Security breach on all sub-levels. Lockdown protocols have failed. All units deployed to their assigned stations. detection systems have failed. Initiating reboot of threat detection system.
I'm again very glad that I was able to make your day. I just feel bad that we forgot to do the comic in front of everyone, which is what I was gonna go ahead and do. But if it made you happier that it was a one-on-one session,
Emergency in Dock A
Then-
station. All personnel, please respond.
I'm glad that we were able to do that for you.
System reboot failed. System reboot failed.
The only audio that you can adjust is the voice of the characters. Yep. Seems about right.
All personnel report to assigned stations. Security threat detected in Dock A station. Threat detected on level C. Engage with extreme caution.
I could do.
Get away from me! Please!
Hang on. Come on, what do you got?
Breach in lab security. Backup system failure.
Handsome for you. You're in for it now.
All right.
Security breach on all sub-levels. Lockdown protocol has failed. All units deployed to assigned stations.
Huggy Puggy Punch. Who needs spanking? You mind explaining what the hell is going on?
Carnage.
Yeah, that much I got.
No, that red monster. The clone. That's what we call him. Prisoner 900M. Case designate Carnage. He escaped while, we were studying him. I managed to lock him out of here, but then the agents he killed somehow reanimated themselves.
Never had that kind of power before. Tell me this doesn't have anything to do with you being exposed to a mystical fragment?
God, how did you know?
Stupid.
We had to risk it. The energy readings we got when the two were in proximity suggested.
Just open the door.
Wait, you're going in there after it? Why?
Because great power comes with great responsibility. Something you wouldn't understand.
Easy.
Hey, all right! Score one for the flaming robot thing. Whoa. I knew this black suit was a bad
Security
idea.
breach on all sub-levels. Lockdown protocols have failed. All units deployed to assigned stations.
keep dishing it out if you keep taking it.
Hello, Vexo.
For you?
Also, Pepper, thank you for the hype.
This guy makes sumo wrestlers with anorexia. Here it comes! Come on, what do you got? Hey, Uncle!
Alarm? So basically, so let me think what I'm good. I guess just had exercise, but it was pretty exhausting. Is that basically it? Just to try to make sure that I understand it.
Try not to enjoy this.
Yeah, but the alarm word is what is throwing me off.
Look what I can do!
Because when I think of alarms, I think of fire alarms for. Ah, okay.
Hey, I'll keep dishing it out if you keep
So yeah, basically that.
I don't want to say I told you so. Actually, that's not true. I told you so!
Come on.
Do not let him escape!
You want it? You got it!
I want to eat your brain!
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know you were a soldier. Yep.
Air support! We need air support!
Big fella.
Mom? Is that you, Mom?
Kind of a interesting mission for you to be walking in.
We need
Though I'm taking out zombie soldiers that were hit by carnage.
Back to me, me. And look what I can do! What do you think of this?
It's all over.
Who else wants some?
Okay. Move where I can find some help.
Stop you, whatever it takes.
Go ahead and take a rest,
Look at
Exo.
go! Coming around again!
Depends on what you classify as old retro. This is PS3 era.
No dice.
All right.
We are all doomed. Sweet! Punching
But yeah, I play more retro than just what came out recently. All right.
Spider-Man.
Hey, let's not get grabby, kids. I've got enough candy for everyone.
There.
Not gonna
Nope,
happen.
nope, nope.
Here's some for you.
Get those birds in the air, people! Move, move, move! Fox one, Fox one!
I have already played it. Not on stream though.
The base! It's under attack!
I played it when it first came out.
Looks so good. Win again. See you later. Don't call me tiny. Hey, I'll keep dishing it out.
Nope.
Will soon be out.
Well, I mean, I've been playing Donkey Kong Country with Asteroids when they're here, and it's Tuesday, so.
You want it? You got it. Win again.
Yeah, I don't do anything for 24 hours.
That's all.
So it'd have to be very.
That is something else.
All right, forget this. Moving on.
Get those birds in the air,
Just
people.
remember,
Move,
you
move,
can
move.
surrender at any time.
No, I value my sleep.
Sorry. Not really, though.
You ever earned a trophy, fanatic?
Here it comes. That something else.
I also value my viewers' time, being able to sleep too. So.
What, they didn't have anybody bigger? What do you think of this? Win again. Anybody else? Come and get some. Fuck! Stop hitting your face with my fist.
Triskelion security breach. Please evacuate all sublevels immediately. Emergency lockdown has failed.
Punchy punch punch. Hey, sleep time.
Triskelion security breach. All personnel report to assigned station.
Okay. On the bright side, I think I found an escape route.
Security breach on all sublevels. Lockdown protocols have failed. All units deployed to your assigned stations.
And some for you. Ha!
Just so long as you get a proper amount of sleep, Pepper.
Emergency in docking stations. All personnel, please respond.
Remember, if you're too tired, things that you work on aren't as good.
Emergency in detention block. Security system failure.
Sleep well, Vexo. Hopefully you don't have any alarms during the time that you need to sleep.
I'm not freaked out. I'm not freaked out. With my luck, this leads to a trash compactor.
All personnel report to assigned stations. All personnel report.
Prisoners. Hey, why'd everybody fall asleep on me?
Yeah. Same. Same time zone. 2:43.
Security system reboot initiated.
No way. Great, because things weren't sucky enough. I know I'm gonna have to fight all these things. I just know it.
Carnages. Carnages. Carnages.
Yep.
In your face!
Chocolate fudge brownie Pop Tarts.
Who else wants? That's gonna be
Uncle Benjamin. Trophy.
Hey, I'll keep dishing it out if you keep taking it. You're done. Did you see that? What do you...
There we go.
If we continue on this path, we may just win yet.
Accelerated vision duration, rage meter, regen, accelerated vision, regen. I usually read the chat after I'm done after I'm done beating up the bad guys. Also, when I'm emulating from a video game device, or not emulating, when I'm transferring sound and visuals from a video game, I can look at the chat on the left to see whenever somebody messages. I'm looking at the same screen you are actually for right now. When I'm doing emulators, I don't have that luxury, but I still have my cell phone, so. Pursue Carnage.
Spider-Man, help! Up here!
Uh-oh. They come in large and extra large. This ought to be fun.
I don't think so.
Spider-Man, I know the way out. This way. What's happening? I'm glad to see you, Spider-Man. I know the way out. This way.
Yeah,
What's happening? I'm glad to see you, Spider-Man. I know the way out. This way.
what's happening?
Sign up for this.
Looks like our way out. Hang on!
Thanks for getting me to safety. Good luck stopping this. You're gonna need it.
You're telling me. Range! Not really that. You're out of here! Not bad, if I do say so myself. Did you see that? I call this one cavalcade.
Also, you gotta remember that when it comes to the chat, it's not moving that fast. And when it does move, huh. Yeah, consistency is something that you're supposed to have.
Win again. Ha! Yeah, come on, what do you got? That was the best you could do? That's gonna leave a bruise. I call this one Cavalcade of Bruises. I win again. Not bad, if I do say so myself. I don't believe it. Is that a crashed helicarrier? And you've got to be stopped. No! Yeah! Blar! Oh, you don't like catching on fire? You messed with the wrong spider. Oh. Oh. Yeah! Blar! That's the daring look you got going on there. You don't see many people these days wearing their muscles on the outside of their skin. You want it? You got it. And scene. I keep hoping this is just the worst nightmare I've ever had in my life. In anybody. Ever. I'll stop doing it as soon as you stop surviving it. Enough with the screaming! I'll stop doing it as soon as you stop surviving. You're in for it now. Could you kiss your mother with that mouth? If you had a mother?
I mean, considering Venom is Carnage's father. And you're wearing the Venom suit.
Mayday, mayday! This is Helicarrier Delta Sierra. Can anyone hear me? Mayday! We're coming back in!
Looks like he's heading for that control tower.
Mayday, mayday! Some of those creatures got on board! Repeat, we have been boarded! They're in the cockpit! Full reverse, all engines, emergency speed! Oh my god!
Move it! No.
Full reverse, all
Okay,
engines,
where?
emergency speed! Oh my god!
Oh, jeez.
Full reverse, all engines, emergency speed! Oh my god! Full reverse,
Okay,
all
this way
engines,
then?
emergency speed! Oh
Because
my
you didn't
God.
tell me wherever it's supposed to go.
I never want to do that again.
Evacuate. All cleared personnel out of this area immediately. Move it, people! Get those birds in the air. Let's go! Come on!
Maybe I can hitch a ride.
We've taken heavy damage from infected prisoners. I'm losing altitude. All hands, brace for it.
This is insane! Okay, Spidey. Just pull it together. You're safe now. Okay? You're safe.
We are inbound on Tango, heading 113.
Come on! Ah!
I'll just keep following Carnage up and up until there's nowhere left for him to run. Roger, engage target heading 112. Repeat, heading 112.
Ah! I've had it with you guys!
Nope.
I'm hit! I'm hit!
I'll keep dishing it out if you keep taking it. You don't look so good. You don't look so good.
I read my chat.
Bring it on! Win again!
Unless you want me to go ahead and specifically say what you were in your chat.
I could do this all night! That looks like it's good. Anybody want to arm wrestle? Anybody else? You're out of here!
Which I can do that, but it's up to you. I didn't. I just thought you were looking for a response.
What do we have here? Museum. Careful. Okay, just a guess, but I'm thinking smash the giant egg in the center of the room.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man! If you can hear me, this is William Shield. We're sending in new Slayer robots that have been programmed to recognize you as an ally. Look for the red one!
Well, what do you know? My very own robot sidekicks. I'll call this one Ruby. That's a daring look you got going on.
Yes. Plugged in. Right. Play. Nope. Testing. There we go.
You don't see many people these days wearing their muscles on the outside of their skin. Big fella. That's a daring look you got going on here. You don't see many people these days wearing their muscles on the outside of their skin.
Spider-Man, you have to support the Slayer unit. Yeah, take that, Big Red. Negative containment on that. Slayer protocol settings have been updated. They're on your side now. Spider-Man, stay close to the Slayers. Spider-Man, you have to support the Slayer units. Spider-Man, stay close to the Slayers. Yeah, take that, Big Red.
Alright, Carnage.
For once, you're not transforming. It's one near and dear to me.
It's broken free. Protect those Slayers, Spider-Man. Spider-Man, those Slayers will help you. The Slayers are all down. Reinforcements incoming.
Hello, asteroids. This is a surprise. I thought you would be busy today.
Spider-Man, those Slayers will help you. That'll do it.
Thought you liked being on fire. My bad. And stay down.
Minimize carnage. Sure. Thank you, Pepper. End of Act 3.
Hey, not bad, webheads. They fought their way from one dimension to the next, faced a number of their most fearsome foes, and found the final fragments of the fabled Tablet of Order and Chaos. But they're not done yet. Remember, there's still a damsel in distress, so what are you waiting for, heroes? Hop to it!
What now? I can't give the final tablet piece to Mysterio, but if I don't, it's lights out for Madam Web. Think, Spidey, think.
After years of pretending, of faking my way with special effects and stage magic,
To have a taste of the real thing.
I can't wait any longer. Where is he? I want that tablet!
Don't say I never gave you anything.
The tablet, it's reassembling itself.
Oh, great.
Power! Beyond that of a god! The walls of reality crumble before me!
Madam Web!
Don't worry about me, Spider-Man. Look! The web of reality, the tapestry of the universe, is unraveling.
Yes, a universe to remake in my image. I will devour every dimension until all is Mysterio!
Last chance. With the walls of reality broken, I can summon your counterparts from the other worlds. The four of you, together, are reality's only hope.
Alright, time to get those Spider-Men for the final battle. Spider-Man Noir. Ultimate Spider-Man Black Suit. Spider-Man 2099. And Amazing Spider-Man. With your powers combined,
I command reality itself!
You don't need to get a swelled head about it. Really? Sounds fascinating. Tell me more.
And you!
You're full of something. You're full of something. You're full of something.
Do not let Mysterio spot you, or you are done for.
me more.
You cannot let yourself be spotted.
Where have you gone? Your end has come. And now I end you. You cannot oppose me.
Show off.
I will see you crawl.
Show off. You're full of something.
Enough of this! I am eternal!
Really? Sounds fascinating. Tell me more. Show off. Really? Sounds fascinating. Tell me more. You're full of something. Show off. I'm really intimidated. Show off.
You will bow down before me!
Really? Sounds fascinating. Tell me more.
Kiss me and be crushed! God. I'm tired of this game!
Really? Sounds fascinating. Tell me more. Show off.
I'll fight and tear you apart molecule by molecule!
Really? Sounds fascinating. Tell me more. You're full of something.
Do not let Mysterio spot you, or you are.
Obviously, I'm not trying to, Madam Web.
And tear you apart molecule by molecule!
I'm really intimidated.
I'll fight and tear you apart molecule by molecule!
You're full
I'll
of
let
something.
my health regen for a minute.
Would defy me? Me, who is one with the whole of creation?
I'm really intimidated.
I will see you crawl.
I'm really intimidated.
Your end has come.
I'm really intimidated. Show off.
Face me and be crushed by a god!
Show off. You're full of something.
I
cannot let yourself be spotted.
Trying to hide from me? How futile. Foolish insect! Pitting yourself against a god!
What's that? I can't hear you.
Now you will know my...
Behold, now the tiny spider stands against me.
Hey, I'm sensitive about my height, okay?
No, Pepper, you've given quite a few bits yourself. All those 1-bit, 2-bit, 3-bit increments that you do randomly while I'm doing the Olympus Coliseum really add up.
I spy a spider! Take this! Spider, I have a little surprise for you.
Mysterio's apparitions draw powerful mysteries. You must destroy those at all costs.
Ah, okay.
There are so many ways to destroy you.
You're in for it now. Whoa!
Behold my power!
Not what I meant to do!
Destroy the old Spider-Man.
Dare use my own creations against me?
Yeah.
Little spider, I have a little surprise for you.
That too, yeah. You guys gonna do a bit war over me now?
Spider, I have a a little surprise for you.
Here's some for you.
Another display of my power. Take this!
I call this one Cal. Hey, I'll keep dishing it out if you keep taking it.
I'll show you what I'm capable of.
Who's your collective dad? No, no, no! Ah!
Time to wash you out.
Did I do that? That was the best you could do? Want some?
Your playthings, little spider. Battle them for my amusement.
And scene.
See, spider.
By the way, Asteroids, I did have a dream about you introducing me to Karam. Speaking of dog boys and girls.
Take this!
Hey, what's so funny? Did you see a reflection of your outfit?
No! Imagine me being threatened by an itsy bitsy spider. You think you just buy my gift?
Falling again? You know, standing on solid ground is so 29.
I grow weary of this battle. This should finish you.
It should, but it won't.
Quickly, after him, Spider-Man.
Come and get me if you can.
Okay, stop getting right in.
Come on, how about a real challenge?
Okay,
Your
sure.
end has come.
I think you got my end confused with yours. Whoa, 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 that sounded weird. That one was actually close.
I will eradicate you.
Promises, promises.
Dodge this. Your end has come. Dodge this. Come and if you can. Come and get me if you can.
That the best you can do?
Let this be your punishment.
I'm missing them, and they're
More
spinning me.
gifts for you.
Oh,
That one was actually close.
Dodge this. You look like you could use a little excitement. More gifts for you. You would be no match for me, one-on-one.
We should test that out, actually. I'm having a smashing time. How about you?
You test my patience.
Do not let him get away.
You look like you could use a little excitement. Let this be your punishment. Dodge this. Come and get me if you can.
That one was actually close.
You look like you could use a little excitement.
That the best you can do?
Now!
I'm having a smashing time. How about you?
You test my patience. Come and get me if you can. Come and get me if you can.
That one was actually close.
well,
Dodge
that's sort
this.
of a hit, but
Dodge this. Come and get me if you can. You continue to plague me?
That one was actually close.
Come and get me if you can. You look like you could use a little excitement. You would be no match for me, one-on-one.
We should test that out, actually.
You are nothing against my power.
Do not let him get away.
You look like you could use a little excitement.
That the best you can do?
Come and get me if you can. You look like you could use a little excitement. More gifts for you.
That one was actually close.
Do you actually hope to defeat me?
It's either that or I plummet to my death. Of the two, I prefer option one.
I grow weary of this battle. This should finish you.
It should, but it won't.
Do not let him get away.
You look like you could use a little excitement. You haven't even begun to suffer. You will perish in flames.
Quickly, after him, Spider-Man.
Whoa! A little English on that one.
I will eradicate you.
Promises, promises. That one was actually close. That one was actually close.
More gifts for you. You look like you could use a little excitement.
Come on, how about a real challenge?
Dodge this. You look like you could use a little excitement. Come and get me if you can. More gifts for you. More gifts for you. You look like you could use a little excitement. Come and get me if you can. Dodge this. You haven't even begun to suffer.
Whoa! A little English on that one.
Do you actually hope to defeat me?
It's either that or I plummet to my death. Of the two, I prefer option one.
I grow weary of this battle. This should finish you.
Come on. Whoa! A little English on that one.
Die now!
You're not the boss of me.
Dodge this! Yeah!
Smackety smackety.
Yeah!
fish.
You will perish in
Because
flames.
my rabbit, the only rabbit that I had, died from
After
feet
him,
and dust.
Spider-Man.
Come on, how about a real challenge?
Dodge this!
challenge.
More gifts for you. You haven't even begun to suffer.
That one was actually close.
Dodge this. Dodge this. Come and get me if you can. Prepare to fail.
Okay, but if I prepare for it and then I achieve it, isn't that a success?
Come and get me if you can. Dodge this. Your life ends now.
Whee!
More gifts for you. Dodge this.
Come on, how about a real challenge?
You look like you could use a little excitement. You are over, Spider-Man.
Now is the moment to strike.
I'm having a smashing time. How about you?
Test my patience.
Do not let him get away.
More gifts for you. Come and get me if you can. You look like you could use a little excitement. Come and get me if you can. Dodge this. Let this be your punishment. Come and get me if you can. Dodge this. Let this be your punishment. More gifts for you. You are over.
Accelerated vision makes everything seem... This will definitely come in handy.
Dodge this! You haven't even begun to suffer. You haven't even begun to suffer. Come and get me if you can. Dodge this! Let this be your punishment! We should test that out.
Actually, I'm having a smashing time. How about you?
You test my patience.
Quickly, after him, Spider-Man.
Dodge this! You look like you could use a little excitement. Let this be your punishment. Your life ends now. Come and get me if you can. You have... Come and get me if you can. Dodge this. Death comes for you now!
Do not let him get...
You look like you could use a little excitement. Come and get me if you can. Come and get me if you...
Come on, how about a real challenge?
You continue to plague me?
Looks like it.
Do you honestly think you can defeat me? I'd like to see you try.
Glad to oblige. I'm having a smashing time. How about you?
Test my patience. Quickly.
After him, Spider-Man.
More gifts for you. Dodge this.
That the best you can do?
Dodge this.
Come on, how about a real challenge?
You look like you could use a little excitement. Come and get me if you can. Dodge. I grow weary of this battle. This should finish you.
Whoop! That one was... close. I'm having a smashing time. How about you?
Test my patience. Do not let him get away. More gifts for you. More gifts for you. You look like you could use a little excitement. More gifts for you. You look like you could use a little excitement.
That one was actually close. Come on, how about a real challenge?
Dodge this. More gifts for you. You look like you could use a little excitement. Dodge this. Your life ends now. More gifts for you. More gifts for you. You look like you could use a little excitement. Dodge this. Come and get me if you can.
Whoa! English on that one.
You look like you could use a little excitement. Let this be your punishment.
That one was actually close.
I grow weary of this battle. This should finish you. I'd like to see you try.
Trying to oblige.
Well, I appreciate
You are
the
nothing against my power.
Do not let him get away.
More
talk,
gifts
Pepper.
for you.
and the hype.
More gifts for you.
That one was actually cool.
More gifts for you. Dodge this. More gifts for you. More gifts for you. Face me and be crushed by a god. Dodge this. More. Gifts for you.
Whoa! English on that one.
Dodge this.
That the best you can do?
I will shatter you to pieces.
I'd pref- if you did.
Come and get me if you can. You look like you could use a little excitement. And this be your punishment. More gifts for you. Dodge this. Come and get me if you can. Come and get me if you can. I grow weary of this battle. This should finish you.
It should, but it won't. That the best you can do?
You look like you could use a little...
Whoa! English on that one. That the best you can do?
Now is the moment to strike.
You will perish in flames.
Quickly, after him.
More gifts for you. You are over, Spider-Man.
Come on, how about a real challenge?
Come and get me if you can. Your elimination will be my crowning achievement.
Ha! Heard that before.
Come and get me if you can. You look like you could use a little excitement.
That the best you can do?
I will shatter you to pieces.
I'd prefer if you didn't.
You look like you could use a little excitement. Come and get me if you can. Dodge this. More gifts for you.
Whee!
Dodge this. Come and get me if you can. Your time is up.
But I just made this appointment.
Dodge this. get me if you can. You look like you could use a little excitement. Death awaits you.
Death? Perish the thought.
Dodge this. Come and get me if you can. Prepare to fail.
Best you can do?
Come and get me if you can. I will shatter you to pieces.
I'd prefer if you didn't.
More gifts for you. Dodge this! Face me and be crushed by a god! You look like you could use a little excitement. Your life ends now. You look like you could use a little excitement. Come and... A little excitement. Come and get me if you can.
Whoa! English on that one.
Dodge this. You haven't even begun. Come and get me if you can. Dodge this.
That the best you can do? Whoa! English on that one.
Death awaits you.
Death? Perish the thought.
Do you honestly think you can defeat me? I'd like to see you try.
Glad to oblige. I'm having a smashing time. How about you?
You test my patience. Come and get me if you can. You look like you could use a little excitement. Come and get me if you can. You haven't even begun to suffer. You haven't even begun to suffer.
Whoa! English on that one.
Dodge this.
Whee!
I will shatter you to pieces.
I'd prefer if you didn't. Smackety smackety. I'm having a smashing time. How about you?
You test my patience.
Quickly, after him, Spider-Man.
You look like you could use a little excitement. Your life ends now. You look like you could use a little excitement. More gifts for you. Dodge this. Come and get me if you can.
That the best you can do?
Your end has come.
I think you got my end confused with yours. Whoa, 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 that sounded weird.
Dodge this. You look like you could use a little excitement.
Whee!
You look like you could use a little excitement. Come and get me if you can. You look like you could use a little excitement. Your end has come. Come and get me if you can. Let this be your punishment. You look like you could use a little excitement.
Whoa! English on that one. Come on, how about a real challenge?
You look like you could use a little excitement. Your time is running. I grow weary of this battle. This should finish you.
It should, but it won't. That one was...
Let this be your punishment. More gifts for you. You look like you could use a little excitement.
That the best you can do?
You look like you could use a little excitement. Let this be your punishment. Come and get me if you can. Let this be your punishment.
That one was actually close.
More gifts for you. Let this be your punishment.
That the best you can do?
You look like you could use a little excitement.
That the best you can do?
Prepare to fail.
Okay, but if I prepare for it and then I achieve it, isn't that a success? I'm having a smashing time. How about you?
Test my patience. You look like you could use a little excitement. More gifts for you.
That one was actually close.
You haven't even begun to suffer. Dodge this.
That one was actually close.
More gifts for you. You look like you could use a little excitement. Dodge this. Your end has come.
Whee!
More gifts for you. More gifts for you. You look like you could use a little excitement. Dodge this.
Let's have a heart-to-heart. I mean fist-to-face.
Release me.
I'm having a smashing time. How about you?
Test my patience.
Do not... Yeah, it's all broken. Is this helping or hurting? I get the two mixed up.
Hold still.
Here I come.
Going on here? If I could actually see, then that would help.
Little pest.
Here I come.
Madam Web, this would be a good time to go ahead and tell me what to do. I get that, but where am I supposed to land to reach Mysterio? Okay. Yeah, can't see. Okay, am I supposed to... what? Alright. Reach Mysterio. Get too close to him, you're gonna die. Okay.
Here I come!
Defeat all creatures. Okay. Thank you for the compliment, Pepper. Okay.
Now stop! I'll give you the tablet. I'll give you anything you want. Don't! Don't! No!
A lesson to all you wannabe bad guys out there. When destroying dimensions and defying do-gooders, watch out. Because you might unleash forces beyond your control. Like the palpable power of four sensational Spider-Men.
Wait! Wait, the tablet! Oh, it could still be mine! It could still...
Some guys never learn. And, speaking of learning, you should learn how to count. Something tells me you're outnumbered. Gentlemen.
I really hate this fella.
Come on, he's a blast to kick in the face.
Pal, you got... Show!
Well done. The walls of reality are rebuilding themselves. And now, you must all return to your own dimensions.
See you later, older and less cool versions of me.
Old? Hey, I'm from the future. To me, all you guys are ancient history.
Good to know there is a future, and men like you to carry on the good fight.
Word. Bye, guys. Next time you should hang around longer. We could start a bridge club or something. Come on, Misty. Time to drop you off at Supervillain Daycare.
Thank you, Spider-Man. You should be proud to know your legacy is being upheld across time and space.
Yeah, those guys were all right. But you have to admit...
With 4 different Spider-Men?
The one thing I know for sure,
Out of all of them,
I'm the best.
And so ends one of the most titanic team-ups of all time. And what have we learned here today, Marvelites? That no matter what corner of the cosmos you may find yourself in, there'll always be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man to save the day. And to all of you web-spinning wonders, I proudly say, Excelsior!
Hydration redeemed. Easy as pie. Is this normal?
What'd I miss?
What the?
Nuff said, kids. Nuff said.
I want to keep going through the credits to make sure that everyone gets credit. Thank you, Pepper. And that's it with the story, but let's go into the concept art. Figurines first. Well, let's go ahead and go from the left to the right. Spider-Man Noir. In another New York in the year 1933. 1 second while I move my TV so I can see the text better. In another New York, in the year 1933, Peter Parker's uncle Ben was murdered by gangsters, members of Norman Osborn's criminal empire. One night, while spying on them as they committed their latest crime, Peter watched as they dropped a crate of stolen antiques. Inside was a statue of an ancient spider god, and when its case cracked upon a rare species of spider crawled out. When one of these spiders bit Peter, he hallucinated that he was visited by the spider god, and when he woke, he had developed a strange array of spider powers he decided to put to good use. He became the Spider, a dark avenger of the night, fighting the rights of the downtrodden and waging a one-man war on crime and the forces of Norman Osborn. First appearance, Spider-Man Noir, number 1, 2008. Noir, original concept. Though Spider-Man Noir was never wore this costume, he almost did. It was an early concept for the character, created by Marvel artist Mario Jivart. Sorry, I'm just gonna say your Marco. Yeah, Marco. As pointed out by Marco, sepia was the color of choice for the leather parts of the ensemble. While pigeon gray was selected for the canvas areas. A more traditional webbing pattern also accents the suit. First appearance, Spider-Man Noir trade paperback. Spider-Man 1602, a former apprentice to the Royal Spymaster, Sir Nicholas Fury. Peter Parker may be the earliest Spider-Man in any dimension's timeline, thanks to a bite from a mystical spider. Enhanced strength and agility combined with web shooting abilities, presenting a huge threat to the evils of Master Osborn. He'll happily jump to relieve Spider-Man Noir, both to save his own dimension and to marvel at the wonders of the future. First appearance, Spider-Man 1602. Character, different costume, 2003. Spider-Man 1602, number 1. This costume, cover only. Spider-Man black suit. While on a field trip to Osborn Industries, high school student Peter Parker was bitten by a genetically engineered spider, gifting him with spider-like powers and providing the ultimate dimension with its own Spider-Man. Peter is still early on his adventures, still making mistakes and still learning a lot as he goes. In the past, Peter has found himself bonded to a black chemical substance that was created by his own father and the father of Eddie Brock in an effort to cancer. Though this black suit enhanced all of Peter's spider powers, it also brought out his dark side and nearly drove him to kill. With the fate of reality at hand, Madam Web has gifted Peter with the ability to wear the suit. Without such pesky side effects, convincing our hero to don black once again, and even a chance to enjoy it this time. Once he plays his part in saving reality, however, the control will wane, and rest assured, that suit is coming off for good. First appearance as Peter, Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, as Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man number 3, wearing the black suit, Ultimate Spider-Man number 34. Ultimate Spider-Man. Under normal circumstances, Peter Parker would be wearing his classic red and blue. And really, just because he's got a symbiote mass of goo attached to his cells, that doesn't mean he can't wear the suit on top of that, right? Go ahead, enjoy Peter's classic superhero look with the added flair of symbiote-powered attacks. First appearance, Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, cover only. Ultimate Spider-Man number 6, in story, 2001. Electro-proof suit. The Ultimate Spider-Man has yet to create the insulated spider suit. First worn by an older Amazing Spider-Man when he fought alongside the X-Men to take down the Electro of his universe. Madam Web has informed young Peter of its existence and its usefulness. Should Electro somehow return, the youngest Spidey will be more than ready for him than ever, though he does kinda wish that he had this suit a bit earlier. First appearance, The Amazing Spider-Man number 425. Spider-Man 2099. While Spider-Man exists throughout time and space, not all of them are different versions of Peter Parker. Case in point, Miguel O'Hara, the Spider-Man of the year 2099. Miguel was a top scientist working for one of the largest mega corporations of the world, Alchemax. Inspired by the heroes of the distant past, Alchemax had Miguel working on a device that would restructure a person's DNA with that of a spider's, in the hopes of creating a company-owned version of Spider-Man. Against Miguel's wishes, Alchemax used a preliminary version of his work on a human test subject, and when the man died, Miguel decided to quit the project immediately. That was when he was informed that Alchemax had secretly been slipping him a highly addictive drug called Rapture, a drug owned and produced solely by, you guessed it, Alchemax. Miguel struck back into his lab and tried to use his genetic splicing device to remove all of the Rapture from his system. Little did Miguel know, but a jealous coworker happened with the machine, tampered with the machine, selling it to repeat the spider DNA splicing program, but this time, instead of killing its subjects, the experiment worked, and Miguel was transformed into the Spider-Man of 2099. Instead of being a Spider-Man that Alchemax could own and control, Miguel became just the opposite, a force for good, constantly fighting to expose the giant corporation and all of its evil schemes. First appearance, Spider-Man 2099, number 1, 1992. Flip side. He may look the part, but Flipside is no Spider-Man. He's actually an android programmed during the heroic age to adopt the powers of the first superpowered being with whom he comes into contact. After decades of dormancy, that turned out to be Miguel O'Hara, who, not existing in Flipside's records, computed as an amalgamation of the Amazing Spider-Man and Venom. Somewhat childlike and naive, Flipside just wants to be your friend. Don't feel the same, he'll kill you. First appearance, Spider-Man 29. Number 29. 1995. Spider Armor. Peter Parker wore the spider armor only once during his long stint as the Amazing Spider-Man, but its design has stood the test of time and only grown more popular over the years. The pseudo-metallic compound Peter created to defend himself against the high-caliber firearms of the new enforcers is cheap and commonly available in 2099, making authentic reproductions of spider armor a Halloween staple. Miguel O'Hara dug this one out of his closet. First appearance, Web of Spider-Man, number 100, 1993. Amazing Spider-Man. While attending a demonstration in radiology, Peter Parker was bitten by a spider, which had accidentally been exposed to radioactive rays. Through a miracle of science, Peter soon found he had gained that spider's powers, and had, in fact, became a human spider. At first, Peter tried to cash in on his new abilities, using that only for personal gain, but when he failed to use those powers to control good, he failed to use those powers for the common good when he let a common thief get away, a man who could have easily stopped Peter Parker paid a terrible price. That same thief would go on to kill his beloved Uncle Ben. From that moment on, Peter learned a valuable lesson, that with great power, there must also come great responsibility. Now, wherever there's trouble, wherever a criminal is on the loose, or lies in danger, Peter Parker swings to the rescue as the one, the only, the Amazing Spider-Man. First appearance, Amazing Spider-Man number 15, an Amazing Fantasy number 15, 1962. Okay. Welcome back, Pepper. After ridding himself of the alien symbiote black suit in Reed Richards' laboratory, Peter Parker needed something to wear on his way home. Thoughtfully, Johnny Storm provided Peter with an old Fantastic Four uniform, and Spidey chose to don a paper bag to conceal his identity, for the time being, also thoughtfully, though in an entirely different way. Johnny added a secret decoration to the costume's back. First appearance, The Amazing Spider-Man, number 253. Along with other heroes like Wolverine, Daredevil, Captain America, and Luke Cage, Spider-Man was duped into partaking in Nick Fury's Secret War. With Latveria without the consent of the U.S. government, outfitted with this sleeker, stealthier look, Spidey played his part in taking down the country's evil Prime Minister, Lucia von Bades, an act that would eventually lead to ruthless counterattack near Manhattan and Fury's final days as director of S.H.I.E.L.D. Secret War number 3. Ends only. Secret War from the Files of Nick Fury. Body. Figurines. Ultimate Spider-Man. Amazing Dimension. Amazing Spider-Man. Noir Dimension. Spider-Man Noir. 2099 Dimension. Spider-Man 2099. Concept art. Ultimate Dimension. I'm trying more of a Stan Lee impression while I'm going through this information. Amazing Dimension. Where did that idiot go? I get... I can't believe I'm playing his game. Noir Dimension. $20.99 Dimension. Cosmic Spider-Man. Mysterio. Tablet of Order and Chaos. Character bios. While attending a demonstration in radiology, Peter Parker was bitten by a spider. I can skip these because they're the same ones that appear when you look at the alternate costumes. Cassandra Webb, aka the mysterious Madam Webb, is one of Spider-Man's most powerful allies. A gifted medium, telepath, and clairvoyant, she is privy to many of the universe's greatest secrets. While her mind and psychic abilities are unparalleled, she is physically limited by an ailment which has left her blind, mostly paralyzed, and reliant on an elaborate life support system to survive. When threats to the fabric of reality are too great, she often reaches out to the one person she trusts most in the world. Though she can find his sense of humor and constant wisecracks annoying at times, Madam Web knows that the most dependable champion at her beck and call is a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Okay, I guess you can see the weight and everything. I guess that's different. Height, 5'10". Weight, 157. Eyes, hazel. Hair, brown. Identity, secret. Occupation, adventurer. Freelance photographer. Citizenship, American. Place of birth, Forest Hills, Queens, New York. Education, BS in physics, doctoral studies in biochemistry at ESU, incomplete. And the first appearance in Amazing Fantasy number 15. Height, 5'5". Eyes, brown. Weight, 140 pounds. Hair, brown. Identity, known to shield otherwise secret. Occupation, student. Daily Bugle intern. And website maintainer. Former wrestler. Citizenship, American. Place of birth, unknown. Education, high school, not yet graduated. First appearance as Peter, Ultimate Spider-Man number 1. As Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man number 3. Wearing the black suit, Ultimate Spider-Man number 34. Height, 5'10". Eyes, hazel. Weight, 157 pounds. Hair, brown. Identity, secret. Occupation, photojournalist, reporter. Citizenship, American. Place of birth, Forest Hills, Queens, New York. Education, high school graduate. Saving for college to study science. First appearance, Spider-Man Noir number 1. Number 1, right? Yeah, number 1. Height, 5'10". Eyes, brown. Weight, 170 pounds. Hair, brown. Identity, secret. Occupation, adventurer. Genesis. Citizenship, American. Place of birth, New York, USA. Education, advanced degree in geneticists. First appearance, Spider-Man 2099, number 1, 1992. Height, 5'6". Weight, 100 pounds. Eyes, pale gray. Hair, white, formerly black. Identity, publicly known. Occupation, professional medium. Citizenship, American. Place of birth, Salem, Oregon. Education, unknown. First appearance, The Amazing Spider-Man number 210. Sergei Kravinoff the man called Craven. His one driving passion, to be the world's greatest big game hunter. To that end, he has mastered every weapon in the hunter's arsenal, from rifles to poison-tipped slow darts, from bows and arrows to knives and machines. But the weapons he prizes above all others are his bare hands. In his travels, Raven has learned of secret jungle herbs and potions, connections with which have heightened his senses, strength and speed, to the point where they are far greater than any animal known to man. In fact, his skills are so great that of all creatures on Earth, only one gives him any challenge, and that is why Craven the Hunter sets his sights on the sensational Spider-Man. Height 6 foot. Eyes brown. Weight 235 pounds. Hair black. Identity no dual identity. Occupation professional game hunter and recover and mercenary. Citizenship former citizen of Russia, United Kingdom, USA, and Ethiopia, with an international criminal record. Place of birth Yologod, Russia. Education college graduate. First appearance The Amazing Spider-Man number 175. Hammerhead. One of Norman Osborn's most ruthless enforcers is Joseph Lorenzi, the man called Hammerhead. Lorenzi earned his nickname for 3 reasons. 1. He worked his way up through the organization as one of New York's toughest loan sharks. 2. Like a shark, he was always moving, stopping only to grab a bite to eat, or to bump someone off. And 3. The biggest reason they call him Hammerhead is because of his inches-thick skull, resulting in an abnormally huge head, and an especially damaging head built to go with it. Like most of the Goblin's gang, Osborn found Hammerhead at a carnival freak show. Back then, he was known as the Human Bulldozer, able to trek through sheets of thick ice just by charging headfirst. Years later, as a loan shark, Hammerhead would find this method entirely effective as a stylish way to break people's backs when they failed to make their payments. Hammerhead was moved up in the world since then, broadening his deadly repertoire. Now, instead of just head-bulging people to death, he also enjoys moving them down with tiny Tommy guns, mowing them down with tiny Tommy guns, or twin Tommy guns. He almost feels at one with them. Height 5'7", eyes brown, weight 212 pounds, hair black, identity public, occupation loan shark, citizenship USA with a criminal record, place of birth Brooklyn, New York, education completed 6th grade, then joined the Freak Show. First appearance Spider-Man 1.4 Shattered Dimensions 2010. Hobgoblin. Armed with all of the cutting-edge technology Alchemax has to offer, and psi powers of unknown origin, Hobgoblin exists for no other reason than to annoy, irritate, distract, maim, and if possible, destroy the Spider-Man of 2099. He flies through the Nueva York skyline, equipped with nanofiber wings, throwing purple pumpkin bombs with the utmost perception. If Hobgoblin method of attack seems familiar, the mastermind behind his creation drew inspiration from historical accounts which stated that Spider-Man of the heroic age often encountered enemies who assumed a goblin alter ego and executed similar attack methods. It is still unknown whether or not a real person exists within Hobgoblin's armor, or if he is perhaps even a newly born creation of forbidden science. Rumors within Alchemex go so far as to suggest that graves of past goblins were dug up in order to obtain the DNA necessary to create Miguel O'Hara's newest adversary. These reports are unsubstantiated, but not disproven. Height 6'4", eyes unrevealed. Weight 263. In shoot, hair unrevealed. Identity secret. Occupation Spider-Man Slayer. Citizenship unrevealed. Place of birth unrevealed. Education unrevealed. First appearance Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Public Eye Patrol. Or they do police the streets and skies of Nueva York. Don't make the mistake of identifying the Public Eye Patrol as the police run by Alchemex, the corrupt organization that inadvertently sourced Miguel O'Hara's spider powers. The group of 2099 law enforcers prioritize the needs of the people below the needs of the company. The standing order is to bring in Spider-Man, dead or alive. First appearance, Spider-Man 2099, number 1. Siege. The largest, toughest members of the Public Eye Patrol couldn't outfit themselves in situational emergency gear, more commonly known as Siege. In his early days of crime fighting, Spider-Man struggled to defeat just one officer decked out in the ensemble. Taking on teams of them isn't going to make the whole saving reality business come any sooner. First appearance, Spider-Man 2099, number 11. Electro. Scientific experiments by industrial Justin Hammer transformed a man known only as Dylan into a living electric battery, able to control and manipulate lethal charges of energy. As Electro, Dylan acts as nothing more than a superpowered goon, a thug to be sold off to the highest bidder. Career highlights include being an enforcer for the Kingpin, a hired gun for the Bolivia Trask, and an underling for Norman Osborn 6. For years, Electro has heated others back in call, but now he strikes out on his own, looking for ways to boost his powers and find a way to finally be the man in charge. Height 5'9", weight 140 pounds, eyes blue, hair blonde, shaved, bald. Identity known to the authorities. Occupation criminal. Citizenship American with criminal record. Place of birth unknown. Education unknown. First appearance Ultimate Spider-Man number 10. Sandman Flint Marko. The common alias of the man born as William Baker was a career criminal, a man with no prospects other than petty crimes and a lifetime in and out of prison. But all of that changed on one fateful day when, while escaping police, Marko had hid on the beach of a nuclear test site. Coming into contact with that beach's irritated sand, his body began a strange metamorphosis that changed him into an all-new silicone-based life form, the Sandman. As a living mound of sand, Sandman can transform himself into any shape, any consistency, from rock-hard stone to a deadly, dusty sandstorm. With these abilities, Marco is no longer an average, run-of-the-mill crook. He was a full-fledged supervillain, and while conventional forces, take the police or the army, could no longer stop Marco, Spidey has always figured out a way to defeat him. Over the years, Sandman convinced himself that if he could just get rid of that pesky Spider-Man, nothing would stand in his way. Height, 6'1", variable. Eyes, brown. Weight, 450 pounds, variable. Hair, brown. Identity, known to authorities. Occupation, professional criminal. Former mercenary, adventurer. Citizenship, USA with a criminal record. Place of birth, Queens, New York City, New York. Education, high school dropout. First appearance, The Amazing Spider-Man #4. Vulture. More than anyone other than possibly the Goblin himself, Adrian Toomes tops the list of Spider-Man's most hated adversaries. While Osborn may have ordered that Ben Parker be silenced in the most lethal of ways, it was this man who proceeded to eat Peter's uncle alive. Though Peter believed Toomes dead, regretfully by his own hands, this cannibalistic lowlife and his employer have mysteriously resurfaced in recent months. Before he was taken into Goblin's gang, Toomes was the second biggest geek in the carnival's freak show circuit. The Vulture performed twice a day, biting the heads off his of 5 chickens, caged like an animal, and treated worse than one. Toomes grew to hate the humans who paid their 2 bits for the privilege of pointing and laughing at him. Once he was freed from that life, the Vulture developed a new appreciation for people. To his twisted appetite, he found that they tasted much better than chickens. Height, 6'4", eyes, yellow. Weight, 195. Hair, bald. Identity, public. Occupation, enforcer. Citizenship, American with a criminal record. Place of birth, unknown. Education, no more formal schooling. First appearance, Spider-Man Noir #1. In 2099, Spider-Man knows Ron Stone as the Scorpion, a hulking monstrosity whose mere presence causes anyone to rightfully fear for their lives. But back in high school, Miguel O'Hare knew Kron as an entirely different type of monster, a rich, pampered creep who bullied just for kicks. Son to Alchemax president Tyler Stone, Kron would get away with all sorts of illegal, immoral, and sadistic behavior. A quick call from Daddy, usually freeing him of any trouble. Well, almost any trouble. One day, Kron was goofing around in Alchemex's own school laboratory, using the equipment to. He tormented some of the lab animals, including a scorpion, as Kron fooled with a gene spicer. A random surge of energy caused an explosion, fusing the arachnid's DNA with his own. The accident transformed Kron into one of the worst, most fearsome freakers around, and possibly the most liable enemy Spider-Man has ever faced. Height, 7'4", formerly 11". Eyes glowing green. Weight 605 pounds. Hair none. Formerly blonde. Real name Cron Stone. Identity no dual identity. Occupation none. Citizenship American with a criminal record. Place of birth Nueva York, USA. Group affiliation none. Education high school dropout. First appearance Time Storm 2009/2099. Spider-Man #1. Deadpool. Anti-mutant extremist surgeon Wade Wilson underwent painful cybernetic surgeries so he could become the star of a reality TV program. Does that make any sense? No? Well, neither does Deadpool. No problem, Peppa. Go help your mom. He's always been a sick man with a sick sense of humor. And now, ever since returning from his apparent death while facing Spider-Man and the X-Men, even his very sanity is in question. He thinks that he's in a video game. Deadpool still lives for the spotlight, however, and for a chance to kill mutants alive. Televised and with very few criminal breaks, or just Spider-Man, he'll settle for Spider-Man. You know, revenge and everything. Now you may say to yourself, but Spider-Man isn't a mutant. Well, Deadpool doesn't care. The whole dying thing kind of irked him. So, Wade would just love for a chance to slaughter Spider-Man. During Sweep, and then watch it again in reruns. Height 6'2", eyes brown, weight 210 pounds, hair none, originally brown, then varied, face kind of like a meatball under there. Identity public, occupation mercenary, adventurer, reality TV star, citizenship unrevealed, place of birth unrevealed, education unrevealed. First appearance, Ultimate Spider-Man number 91. Thank you, Peppa. Juggernaut. When cowardly soldier Kane Marco deserted his military unit in the middle of a firefight. He looked refugee in a strange cave, where he discovered the mystic ruby of Kyloret. Upon touching the gem, he was transformed into a living juggernaut, a being of untold strength and might. Thanks to the ruby's magical powers, once the juggernaut decides to head in any direction, no force or obstacle can get in his way, though a power like that could be an incredible force for good. Juggernaut chooses to do whatever he wants, take whatever he wants, and take down any superhero who's dumb enough to stand against him. Luckily for Spider-Man, this supervillain isn't the smartest guy in the world. He can be tricked, redirected, or slowed down, but due to the Juggernaut's magic enchantment, and as he himself is fond of saying, nothing can stop the Juggernaut. Height 6'10", eyes blue, weight 900 pounds, hair red, identity known to authorities, occupation avatar of destruction, former adventurer, teacher, terrorist, professional criminal, mercenary, planetary ruler, soldier. Citizenship, American with a criminal record, place of birth, Berkeley, California. Education, high school, incomplete, some college military basic training. First appearance, the X-Men number 112 in 1965. Silver Cebolona, known around the globe as Silver Sable is the leader of the Wild Pack, the best bounty hunting team money can buy. In fact, she is so good that the rewards she collects for capturing convicts, provides enough income to fund an entire country, her homeland of Shimkaria. When she's not shipping champagne, wrapping in silver shoes, and living a life of luxury, Silver Sable is taking down supervillains around the world. From time to time, she and Spider-Man will work together to take down the same bad guy. However, if Spider-Man does get it in the way of her latest target and paycheck, Silver Sable has no problem taking Spider-Man on too. Height 5'5", weight 125 pounds, eyes blue, hair silver, formerly brown, identity publicly known, occupation mercenary, thief, model, former CEO of Silver Sable International, citizenship Simkaria, place of birth Simkaria, education college graduate, first appearance The Amazing Spider-Man number 205. Wild Pack. Nothing means more to renowned mercenary Silver Sable than her reputation, and nothing helps her uphold her stellar record than the help of the Wild Pack. Trained and commanded by Sable herself, the Wild Pack excels at completing its assigned task, only rarely failing its mission. Funny enough, those failures typically involve Spider-Man. First appearance, The Amazing Spider-Man, number 265. The Goblin. Known as the Goblin throughout the Underworld, Norman Osborn heads a local crime syndicate, employing a vicious gang of strange and twisted men called from the dregs of the carnival freak show circuit. Osborn collected this army of geeks and freaks to build a criminal empire based on the two things he desired all his life: fear and respect. Though the Goblin name certainly inspires fear and respect in his adult life, Osborn adapted the moniker the same way his most trusted enforcers did. By growing up in a freak show, Osborn typically conceals the hideous green scales that cover his body and inspire the name behind a fake flesh-like mask. Ironically, it was these very scales of torment that recently saved the Goblin's life, when hundreds of venomous spiders covered him, yet failed to pierce his skin with their bite. Few who have seen what lies beneath... I didn't press it. What? Few who have seen what lies beneath that mask ever live to talk about it, with one notable web-wielding exception. But now that Osborn has discovered a new definition of power, thanks to the Tablet of Order and Chaos, there's a very good chance that Spider-Man won't survive their next encounter. Height 5'9" as Osborn, 7 feet, powered by tablet. Eyes yellow in right, green in left. Weight 150 pounds as Osborn, 375 pounds, powered by tablet. Hair brown. Identity public. Occupation head of criminal syndicate. Citizenship USA with a criminal record. Place of birth Hartford, Kentucky. Education college graduate. First appearance Spider-Man Noir number 1. Dr. Octopus. Dr. Serena Patel heads Alchemist's Shadow Division, a section performing the same kind of sick experiments that led Miguel O'Hara to try to leave the company years ago. Human testing, gene splicing, effective designer drugs. Nothing is off limit to Patel. Because of this, she knows her lab is a prime target for the vigilante known as Spider-Man. Anticipating reprisals from the S-Man's one-man war on Alchemax, Patel fashioned an assault shoot to counter, restrain, and if necessary, destroy him. To maximize the sole effectiveness, she patterned it after the one worn by her idol, Dr. Otto Octavius, who, according to historical records, may have possibly destroyed the heroic age's Spider-Man in a climactic final battle. Pete School. Patel's school has the Dr. Octopus of 2099 for history to repeat itself. Height 5'7", eyes brown, weight 120 pounds, 155 pounds in suit, hair black. Real name Serena Patel. Identity no dual identity. Occupation Director of Shadow Division Alchemax. Citizenship American. Place of birth Traverse City, America. Group affiliation Alchemax. Nueva York Historical Society. Education PhD in nuclear physics with multiple degrees in biology and history. First appearance Spider-Man Shadow Dimensions. Carnage. With more than any other of his adversaries, Spider-Man feels most responsible for this mindless, deadly creature because it was grown out of a sample of Peter Parker's own blood. When Peter gave Dr. Kurt Connors a blood sample to study, he had no idea that Connors would try mixing it with the chemicals from Richard Parker's suit formula, responsible for both Spider-Man's black costume and Venom. That mixture would grow a monster that acted purely on instinct, surviving the only way it knew how, by draining the very life out of any man, woman, or child. Unfortunately enough to cross paths with Spider-Man, though, he destroyed the creature in the heart of an industrial furnace, only to defeat it once more, on with the help of S.H.I.E.L.D. And since then, it appears that S.H.I.E.L.D. has been doing some experiments of its own. Identity, no dual identity. Occupation, none. Citizenship, none. Education, none. First appearance, Ultimate Spider-Man, number 61 in 2004. S.H.I.E.L.D. Corpse. When S.H.I.E.L.D. scientists mixed a sample of Prisoner 900M, the cellular abomination, recently dubbed Carnage, with mystical power from the Tablet of Order and Chaos, they hope to invent a revolutionary new source of energy. Despite every foreseeable precaution, however, the monstrosity escaped. As Carnage rampaged through the base, it consumed the life force from countless S.H.I.E.L.D. soldiers, then used its tablet-enhanced power to reanimate them into mindless, waiting corpses bent on defeating and destroying any living thing, including Spider-Man. First appearance, Spider-Man Shadow Dimensions. Spider Slayer Mark II, the second iteration of S.H.I.E.L.D. Spider Slayer robot, walks on two legs and is specially engineered to target symbiotes, such as Venom and the strange creature known as Carnage. Unlike the original Spider Slayer, which was commissioned by Nick Fury as a precaution against Spider-Man potentially turning evil, the Mark II was primarily designed to attack the likes of Eddie Brock. However, if Peter Parker should for some reason opt to don his black suit again, it certainly won't discriminate. First appearance, Ultimate Spider-Man number 100, Mark 1. Spider-Man The Shadow Dimensions for the Mark II. And Mysterio. Quentin Beck was one of the premier special effects men in all of Hollywood, but eventually, the thrill of making illusions came to life on the big screen wasn't enough for him. He was looking for something far more challenging and spectacular. Illusions in the real world. Things people wouldn't talk about for generations. For one of his first stunts, Beck used his skills to duplicate Spider-Man's abilities. He planned to frame the Wallcrawler, welcome back Pepper, for a series of crimes, and then capture him as an all-new hero. Called Mysterio the Master of Illusion, after Spidey proved himself innocent and captured Mysterio. Beck had finally found the challenge he was looking for. He would use his special effects to mess with Spidey's head to pull off bigger and better crimes and to defeat the spectacular Spider-Man once and for all. I hate height 5'11", eyes. Ending formerly brown. Weight 175 pounds. Hair none, formerly black. Identity known to the authorities. Occupation demonic minion, former criminal stuntman, and special effects designer. Citizenship American with a criminal record. Place of birth Riverside, California. Education high school graduate. First appearance The Amazing Spider-Man number 13. And that's the character bios. You've already seen the credits, and despite the fact that I didn't press X or cue the credits, I decided to go ahead and do whatever I want. One moment. Let's see who's streaming, so I can shut off. Keep again. Peppa, is there anyone that you feel like you'd like us to raid today? Also, I'm enjoying doing this voice quite a bit, so I think I'm going to do this voice until the end of stream. Alright, then I know who Asteroids would like to go ahead and raid. So everybody, give Nanas a your. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for a Fantasy Friday where we'll be playing Kingdom Hearts. This has been Slots. Do it in of Stan Lee, one of the best writers in history. Saying to you, Excelsior. Now I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you again for watching, and give Nanas some love and support. See you later. Later. Bye. And raid now.